I bet you it was like something like 4 seconds. What's up everyone, welcome to another video with MP Power. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And actually right now I'm about to pick up one of my friends. He's actually a chef, so I thought just to take this guy, since he doesn't know much about cars, and get his opinion too. He hasn't seen the car too as well, and he's from Italy. He's been cooking for quite a bit of time. I just thought maybe like from someone who doesn't know cars so much to take and give us opinion too as well. Like personally, I'll go ahead and give you guys as well my opinion in a bit too as well. But stay tuned, let's go ahead and meet this guy and get his opinion too as well, and we'll check it out. We're about to meet the chef Giuseppe right now, so ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned. Here we have Mr. Giuseppe right here.
How you doing?
He's a chef. How long you been working
chef?
as a chef?
It's been since when I was probably like 20, 21.
Alright, so this is the car. I'm sure you've seen it, right?
Yes, kind of.
But let's go ahead and get your idea about it. We're gonna go and test drive it, so
that's great,
and get
man.
your opinion.
Let's do it.
Because that's where I think is this one is like for pasta al dente.
Pasta al dente, very good.
There we go. Let's go ahead. It's a little bit small. Let's see if you can fit in there. All right. Ciao. All right. Let's go ahead and turn this one too. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and trust the camera to Mr. Giuseppe because this car requires 2 hands in the steering wheel. That's how heavy it is.
Yeah.
But you can keep it that way.
Sounds great.
You can go ahead and turn on the car.
Let's put a seatbelt.
Let's go ahead and put it in dynamic. So you just has to press it like a little bit for about 3-4 seconds. Safety first with seat belts. This car has no freaking space anywhere. But let's roll. Let's check it out. And of course also for the gear you just hit the number 1 for going forward. And where are we going, Giuseppe?
Anywhere you like, let's check it out. He's a monster right here. Yes, I felt all the horses.
That's not so bad. What is going on? Why it's beeping? We don't know. Anyway, I'm still discovering this car too as well. When you put it in dynamic, the track goes off, so you have literally just you and the steering wheel too as well. So you feel every single bump in the road too. It's incredible. Requires a lot of work and dedication, this car, so you really have to work for it. But maybe later on you can go ahead and test drive it for yourself and
absolutely,
and give
I can't wait for it.
Your opinion.
Definitely. Are you using the stick shift like the Ferrari one?
No, this is manual.
That's manual.
It's automatic. But the power has this car. Do you know how much horsepower this thing has?
Please tell me.
Try to guess.
250.
Close to that. 238.
Oh wow, man.
But do you know how much this car weighs?
Very light, right?
Give a number.
I give a number for sure. Let's see. Well, I don't know, bro. Like 500 pounds. pounds, something like that?
Nah, a little bit more, like pounds. You're mistaken, maybe pounds with kilos.
Kilos, yeah, 500 kilos.
No, it's a little bit more. It's 500 kilos. The weight will take away the car. Listen to this. How freaking incredible it is. Now, this one weighs a little bit over 900 kilos, which is basically around almost 2,500 pounds, which is super light. The chassis, it's carbon fiber. It's completely, as you can see under your feet.
Fiber, right?
It's carbon fiber. This thing, it's no games. But the steering wheel, it's so freaking heavy. You really have to work hard for that. Like, unless you go a little bit like over 20 miles. Look, it doesn't move. It's nothing electronics here too as well. It's just you and the steering wheel.
I see
So
that.
it's pretty impressive for a car though. Very little. It's not a comfortable car, but it drives nice. It's fun. Let's check it out.
It feels like to be in a go-kart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
It's
pretty
super
nice.
freaking light. The noise it makes, it's incredible too as well. When you downshift it, maybe not so much, but because it's not a V8 and doesn't have all that horsepower.
That's right.
But when it's going like upshift, it feels like a volcano, like exploding. So it's insane. Like for a car like this, it's very impressive. And handles, oh my god, the handling is the best. Where this car really shines. It's really impressive for handling. On the speed, it's not the fastest one in the world, but oh boy, this car rocks.
For sure, it's a nice sport
But
car.
we're gonna go ahead and trust this car to Chef Giuseppe. So I know you cook very good pasta al dente, so I thought like because this car is like really raw, like basically to find the right words in English. I have to slow
Bumps,
down right
bumps.
here because otherwise I have to leave the bump right here. And unfortunately today the weather sucks. And the car, like you really have to be careful with this car because it gets out of your hands very easily. It throws you in the seat pretty good, this car. It's pretty incredible. But anyway, we have to drive safe
Yes.
and careful, but let's go
so many
ahead
kids.
and maybe switch.
Okay, sounds
Give
great.
it a try on this car. and
I'm ready
see
when you're ready.
See what you think. Let me see how easy it's to get out of this car. So in a scale 1 to 10, what's like to get inside of this car?
1 to 10, I would say it's like 3.5 to 4. It's
That's
it's
pretty
very,
bad.
Very uncomfortable, yes.
But again, you're not buying this car for like daily driving. But again, let's go ahead and put the seatbelt first.
Seatbelt first. You know, I didn't get time to see the seatbelt because it's so
Yeah,
beautiful.
so
This car.
Let's put the windows up so we'll stay a little bit more.
Alright,
because
so
the
one
noise-
is already on, right?
No, it's on. It's everything on, but you have to like hit the brakes, hit that, hit the one. No, hit it hard. Perfect. Now you're good to go. So just make sure because this car, like right now, it's wet and really like tends to slip. So careful.
So it's automatic, right? It's going automatic.
Yeah, it can be automatic, but just careful because it's so wet and
So it's gonna
really
go
like
flip around.
yeah, exactly. So till you start to understand how the car, and especially for me when I jump in the passenger side, I get the scariest heck. Like I don't trust anyone else except myself.
Of
so.
course, it's always like that.
Yeah, like for every driver, I'm sure. So leave us a comment if you're like that too. So I personally, I don't trust anyone.
So it's true. It's like a. So it is
When you hit when you like floor the gas,
Uh-huh.
it really tends to
flip the back.
Not to flip, like kind of to split, like
Slip on the
yeah,
back,
exactly,
yes.
because it's so, especially today, it's so wet. But this car is like incredible plant, and like how good it is. Like
Yeah,
it's very very stable. Like
it has
especially
a-
this car, it's made like for curves, like twisty roads, and
yeah, exactly.
not for those kind of weather. And you have to pay attention to the little bit of the bumps, because if you don't have your both hands in the steering wheel,
Yeah,
that's to jump.
To jump.
so you really have to be careful and learn this car before you push it too much.
That's right.
So, but anyway, we're gonna let a little bit Mr. Chef with pasta al dente to give us an opinion. And careful also, the brakes, they're not as good and functional as when it's right. But
Yeah, it is very fun. You're right about the steering wheel. It's kind of hard.
it's really heavy.
Very heavy. So it's like it's typical from the sporty car, I guess. I don't know that much about the cars, but every time you make a curve, it feels like to have a big tear to make a curve with. So
But what do you think about the power? Is this
power, it's
this
all
car?
about power. Yeah, definitely. It's like it has this push where the first gear and the second one coming right up.
Yeah.
I don't know about the third and fourth because we are in
Yeah,
town, you know.
We don't have that much of a space right here to push it so much.
No, really, it's like a whole.
But
like,
if you want, we can maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, we
you
go a
wanna,
little
like
bit.
go a
We can
little
check it
bit,
out.
like check a freeway. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
kind of rush hour right now, but
we can see.
we can check it out.
Yeah,
But
let's check it out.
the real power is like till like from 0 to
40 probably. You can feel like a big.
yeah, really like kind of pushes you through the seat.
Yeah, it's all to 50.
Yeah.
All to 50.
No, it goes. This car.
It
It's-
goes. The thing is that every single time you switch the gear, which is automatically, you know,
and manually can be. You can.
It can be also,
Yeah, you can use pedal shifters too.
I see.
Yeah.
So every time you basically push to switch the gear, basically, it gives each gear a push.
Yeah.
It's never stopped.
It's like a volcano, like
yeah,
exploding.
it explodes all the time.
Yeah.
It's kind of feels kind of dangerous to stay with this kind of powerful car behind a car too close, because
Exactly.
as soon as you push the pedal, the speed up, you know, you feel like to get too close to the car too quick.
Yeah.
But,
In your opinion, can it be a daily driver for you, this thing?
I think it's more a Saturday and Sunday, like we say in Italy, you know, a Saturday and Sunday car. Of course, if whoever can afford this as a second car to have in the garage and use just when the sunny day arrives. But it's also fun for the rainy day.
So we're about again to jump in the freeway because my camera got full up the memory card with videos. So we're about to turn around and go again towards Santa Monica, right?
Yes, we are actually.
So let's see what. No, I don't think you can
Straight there,
straight.
I
Yeah.
will go next next one.
Yeah, so it's very bad when you're starting, and if you hit too much,
Yeah.
it tends to slip. So you really have to understand and learn this car for a while, for a bit, before you start messing up.
Yeah, it's very slippery today because, you know, here it doesn't rain all the time, and when it rains it's like a soap on the
Exactly.
street, on the floor. You know?
What do you think about the gauges? Digital.
You know, there is a few things that I don't like, but it's very very few things, because it's very it's kind of like a braking, even though you don't brake when you go on the lower mileage.
Careful.
Like when you go on the lower mileage on like 10 miles or less, which you know, that's the low you can go, but it feels like it's braking. It's braking.
What do you think about the noise?
The what?
The noise,
The noise, yeah,
the
too much.
exhaust. Yeah, this car, like if you drive it for too much, you become deaf.
Yeah, it's like it has these 1 to 60. I think it must be like it's 4 seconds probably.
Yeah.
It's like I can reach like so quick.
Just get careful this guy, because here, when it rains, people
Yeah.
they don't know how to drive much here. So it's too much for daily. Like
Yeah, for really.
your ears will become deaf if you keep driving this car for too much. But look at the sound, like it sounds good. And it's a V4. It's a 4-cylinder.
It's 4-cylinder, man.
4-cylinder, 1.75. Well, look, listen to that. Like, it's incredible how Alfa like pull this sound out of a 4-cylinder.
Yeah, it's just like
incredible.
you can barely push because you reach high speeds right away.
Exactly. Even at 70 miles you floor it and the car like freaking like pulls you in the back. I mean, again, it's not crazy fast, but for a 4-cylinder, this car like I'll beat Lara cars. Yeah, careful, because this car it's light. Consider
Yeah, it's very light. That's the thing. I believe that one of the reasons why probably they made like a 4-cylinder from somebody doesn't know much about cars, because a bigger power it will flip this car over. Because like it's light, because there's a lot of carbon material, and it's kind of like very compact. So it's not that big car. It's that classic sporty car, but with 4-cylinder, to me, it's kind of telling me that being a 4-cylinder would be like a really badass. Sorry for the terminology, but it's like it's very aggressive on the curves. As soon you make small curves, it feels like it's getting attached to the curve. So like has a big tires as well. I don't know what's the size of the tires, but for sure it's fitted for this sport car.
But the question is, like, would you buy this car for like $60,000-$70,000?
For $60,000-$70,000, I believe there is a good deal if you pay cash to get a nice Maserati, which is always like family in the family is a type of
Again, my
brand.
Maserati costs like double the price of this. Like you can get this a brand new one.
What we can find for $70,000? You tell me then.
Yeah, Maserati, brand new Maserati will cost you like 130, 140 easy, or
so if I get
not more.
Yeah, so, I mean for 70,000, then it's hard to find like a sporty car like this.
And it's like you have a feeling of a supercar, like a mini Ferrari, to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially the color in this one, it's
it feels like it looks from outside like a mini Ferrari. The style is that. I mean, it comes from Italy, and I'm sure that there is a lot of design, copyright that they cannot do it, but it looks just like small Ferrari version. It's great.
It's insane how wide it is, and this particular color in this car, it's called Alfa Rosso. It's a $2,000 option in this car too.
Oh, really?
Just that. So
just that.
Yeah, $2,000 option just on that. So, but again, on the interior, it's not much you can go, because as you can see, it's pretty simple. Pretty much carbon fiber everywhere. But the car, it's really like planted.
Yeah, it's going back to the
maybe just we'll go forward a little bit more, and we're gonna turn so we can get maybe a tunnel and floor it a little bit, and hear the noise when we turn back. I think it's a tunnel, or even going back right now it's a tunnel. And right now we're in Santa Monica towards Malibu. So going towards Malibu right now, it's not as traffic, but to come back, oh my god, it's packed.
Yes.
So careful,
we
careful.
can basically try.
Exactly. Maybe we can like hear the noise. I'm gonna slow down because this side of the street has a lot of police most of the time, so I don't want to get in trouble. But for sure, it's fun to see the car. It's beautiful. What pulls, huh?
Yeah, it pulls so much.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the way to go towards Malibu, so it's kind of unique to make videos, but unfortunately today it's like so bad the weather, and anyway we got
still looking good.
Exactly.
Malibu is still looking beautiful. We're not to have fun with this kind of car right now.
But anyway, let's go ahead and turn back and catch this tunnel one more time.
Yeah, we can hear the big sound of this monster car.
Little monster car.
Yeah.
Because for the horsepower, it doesn't sound like too crazy, to be honest. When you
No.
tell those days like 240 horsepower, it's not that much. Oh, this thing is
It's like a probably like 3.5 seconds and reach 60. That's amazing.
yeah, it's pretty quick. When you put in dynamic, this car like a rocks.
It's awesome.
Anyway, it's so fun, this car. Like literally, you just want to drive it all day.
Yeah, you know, it's like a.
Let's go ahead and hear one more time the tunnel.
It's like you were saying, like it freaks you out once you use only one hand, you know, because basically you can lose the car very easy. So it's always recommended to go with.
But the steering wheel has no like power steering, so basically just you and the tires and directing. So you don't have any electronics like Mercedes or BMW or Porsches, which they make them more easy to drive. So this one is like just you and the steering wheel. So
I see that.
you really have to work for it. Anyway, let's get back to the station.
Yeah, we go back, and you know, it was great to see you, Marco, and thank
Great
you
to
for,
see you, Giuseppe.
let me try this red monster.
Mini Monster.
Yes, mini red monster, and maybe, you know,
There we are. We have the amigos
amigos right there.
right here, so we have to pay attention and careful to those guys. They're literally all over, and especially when they see red cars and pushing it. Oh boy,
Yeah, red car.
it gets ugly easy.
Yeah, it's a big no-no.
So
But you know, I hope to see you again, Marco, to go with a
Absolutely.
different car and try out something new. It's great with this car, and you know a lot about this car, so I always trust you when you tell me,
That's
oh,
right.
come and try something nice. So that's
but
cool.
also like I'm picking up a little bit on the English a little bit better lately, so working on it every day. But if you guys show some support and love, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe button too as well if you already haven't too. But me and him as well, since he's a chef, also we're thinking maybe to start a YouTube channel too as well about cooking. So we'll see.
Very soon.
As we start, I'll let you guys know too as well. But there are a lot of things. Exactly. There are a lot of things we want to do, but it just you get so distracted when you drive those beautiful cars and it's just incredible. Just say hello to everyone. I mean, good one to everyone, and we'll see them soon again with another video.
I want to say bye to everybody, and
maybe tell them if they should buy or not this car.
I think you should try it as if you have enough money, just keep as a second car, using once a week the most, but for sure not to have for too long in town. It's very stressful. Going like the first and second gear all the time. So, but for everything else, I mean, it's a great car. Just very sporty.
Is it fun car?
It's fun. Yeah,
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Yes.
Where else? Sexy too. Let's name it like that.
Well, for sure you can meet any woman with.
Does this thing get attraction from people?
Oh, I think yeah, absolutely. Everyone.
So we have like literally 4 things already, and gas too. It's impressive too as well. So you get all this kind of good stuff. But But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more. Peace out from Giuseppe and Marco, and we'll see you guys soon.
Ciao.
Ciao a tutti.
Ciao a tutti.